Children, good morning. Look the board. Here are some golden pot for you. They have some letters in it. Do you know the letters and their sounds? Please come on, say the letter and their sounds and give examples. Are you ready?
This pot is purple.
The pot has
Purple.
good.
And first letter A has four sounds. A, A, For example, cat, bat, gnat. A. For example, gate, slate, plate. For example, mark, park, cart. For example, around, allow,
Go.
again,
Good. Good.
The letter E. For example, the letter E has two sounds. E, A. E. For example, B,
Me. Me.
In English. I.
Yeah.
A for example,
Net.
net, hen, elephant.
Good.
The letter I has two sounds. I, E. I and E. I. For example, nice, rice, horse. I. For E. For example, kid, king, pig. The letter O has two sounds. O, O. For example, palm, bone, nose. The sound For example, box, cart, pan, dog. The letter U has three sounds. U, For example,
Cut.
put, bug, and bug. Push, pull.
You. For example,
For example, cute,
flute. Flute. Good. Next.
This part is consonant. First consonant B. As the sound give. For example, bat, ball, bench. The letter C. As the sound give. For example, cat, call. The letter D. As the sound give. For example, drum, duck. The letter F. As the sound give. For example, fish, fowl. The letter G as the sound gives. For example, grapes, giraffe. The letter H. For example, as the sound.
Say the letter sound G. Egg. Give an example. Egg.
For example, giraffe.
No. Alger. Egg sound. Gale. Gate. God. Good. Next.
The letter H. As the sound gives. For example, hat, horse. The letter J. As the sound is. For example, jack, jump. The letter K. As the sound is. For example, kite, king. The letter L. As the sound is. For example, lamb. The letter M as the
as a sound? X.
X. For example, xylophone. The letter Y as a sound. E. For example, yum. The letter Z. For example,
As a sound?
as a sound is, for example, zebra, zip.
Good. Next.
This part has double consonants with this double B as a single sound. For example,
Double B
double B
has a single sound.
as a single sound. Bubbles, rabbit. The letter double B. For example, double B has a single sound. For example, bubbles, rabbit. As the letter double C has a single sound. For example, account, acknowledge. The letter double L has a single sound. For example,
Ill.
For example, as a single sound, L.
Ill.
For example, all, ball.
Good. Next.
The letter
Double.
M as a single sound. In, for example, summer. The letter N. The letter double N as a single sound. Single sound in. For example, funny. The letter double R as a single sound. In, for example, rabbit. Carrot. As the letter double S as a single sound is, for example, dress. The letter double T as a single sound. It, for example, letter. The letter double T double F as a single sound. If, for example, office. The letter double G as a single sound. Ig, for example, egg. The letter double D as a single sound. For example, id. For example, wedding. The letter double P as a single sound. It. For example, uppy. The letter double Z as a single sound is, for example, Brazil.
Good.
This part has special
Consonants.
consonants.
The first.
The first consonant PL. For example, black and red. Combination of CL, C. The letter CL as a sound. For example, clap. The combination of letter FL as the sound fill. Flower flag.
Good.
Combination of letter PL. Fill.
PL sound as a sound. Pull. Give example. For example.
For example, this place.
Good.
Combination of letter SL
As a sound.
as a sound C. Slow.
Sleep.
Sleep.
Slept.
Combination of letter BR. Break.
Sound. Bar. Give example.
For example, break.
Break.
Combination of letter CR as a sound. Throw. For example, frog. Combination of letter F as a sound frog. Combination of letter M milk as a sound milk. For example,
Miracle.
miracle. Combination of letter ST
As the sound.
as a sound is stay. For example, stand. Combination of letter GR as a sound G. For example, grandpa.
Good.
Combination of letter DR. Combination of letter DR as a sound. For example, drum, dream. Combination of letter SN. Combination of letter SN as a sound. Sin. Snake. Snack.
Good.
Combination of letter TR. Sound. For example, trash. Combination of letter STR as a sound still. For example,
Street.
street and stream. Combination of letter SP. Combination of letter SP as a sound. For example, dash one spoon. Combination of letter PH as a sound. Itch. As a sound. Itch. For example, phone and photo.
Good.
Combination of letter CH as a sound. To sound.
Good. Each and.
Each and it.
Good.
Straight.
Each.
Each.
For example.
For example, change.
Good. The sound ik. Give example. Ik.
Child. Chemical chemistry.
Good.
Combination of letter SH as a sound.
Ish. For example.
For example, flash and shout. Combination of letter TCH as a sound.
Itch.
For example, catch.
Catch and bench.
Catch.
Bench. Good. Next.
Combination of
SK.
combination of letter SK as a sound is for example, sky is green.
Good.
Combination of letter TT as a sound.
Ipt.
For example,
Slept.
and
Kept.
kept.
Good.
Combination of letter FT as a sound. For example, left and lift.
Good.
Combination of letter NCH as a sound. Inch. Bench. Inch. For example, bench.
Inch.
Combination of letter ND. Combination of letter ND as a sound. Ind. For example, child. Ind. For example, land, sand.
Good.
Combination of letter LD as a sound. Yield. As a sound yield. For example, child. Gold. Combination of letter LT
Help.
A combination of letters CK. For example,
Cook and cock.
group of letters. Combination of letters EION. Sheep. As a sound, sheep. For example, action, station.
Good.
Combination of letters SION. As a sound, sheep. Poison.
Good. Next. Pollution.
Combination of letters TIVE.
Cho.
Sir. For example, capture.
Nature.
Nature.
Good. Very good. Next.
This part has double vowel, long vowel sound.
Good.
A letter EA and the sound is E. For example, green, cheap. The letter EA and the sound E.
E.
E. For example, leaf.
Read. Lead.
Read, leaf.
Good.
Yeah, the letter AI and the sound A. For example, chain, gain.
Good.
Yeah, the letter OA as the sound ow.
Oh.
Ow. For example, road, road. The letter OU as the sound ow. For example, soap, ground, sound. The letter OO as the sound as the two sound.
Has two sound. Good.
Has
What
two
are they?
sound. Ooh.
Good.
For example,
Ooh.
ooh. For example, ooh. Book.
Good.
For example, ooh. Ooty. The letter OI as the sound oil, coil.
Good.
The letter IE as the sound
Ear.
as the sound E. For example, chief.
Chief. Good. Next.
This part has vowels with consonants for vowels, long vowel sound. The letter EER as a sound ear. For example, pear, deer. The letter ER as a sound for example, paper, mother. The letter IR as a sound for example, bird, first. The letter UR as a sound for example, purple, turn. The letter AY as the sound by as the sound I. For example, by
Lay. Hey. A sound. A.
For
Give example. For example.
For example, by my
May. Hey. Gay. Good. Next.
the letter EY as the sound I.
A.
For example, gray, lay.
Good.
The letter OW as the sound O. For example, snow, bow, cow,
Good.
crow. The letter EAR as the sound ear. For example, fear.
Good. Very good. Super. Good children.